Why are we so afraid of connection? What is the real fear there? Hey guys, happy Friday. Welcome back to Fearless Fridays. Today is Friday, October 30th. This is episode 72 of Fearless Fridays. And as always, I welcome you to the show. If it's your first time watching, thank you so much for joining. And if you are a return watcher, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. So this is the question that I have for you, me, us today. What is the real fear in connection? Why are we so afraid of it? I was kind of discussing this with a few friends a few days ago, talking about how we are naturally made for connection. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that we were created with the idea of community in mind. I believe that there is a natural inclination within us to want to connect with people outside of us and also connect with God, our creator. I truly, truly believe that. And so I was talking with some friends about how hard it is to connect with people sometimes, whether it's in friendship relationships or dating relationships, romantic relationships. It's so hard sometimes to connect, but we all recognize the need for it. We recognize the desire for it. We crave it. And if 2020 has taught us nothing else, it has taught us the importance of connection, and it has shown us how much we need it and how much we crave it. This year has really shown us that. We have been forced into situations where we have to, rip ourselves away from our communities. Everybody go in your house, stay by yourself, don't go near anybody, stay 6 feet away from people, wear a mask. We have been forced into situations where connection is actually not encouraged. It's prohibited in many cases. Connection is prohibited in many cases. And it's not natural. And I think we've all kind of learned the importance of staying connected and finding new ways to connect and really reaching out to people that you love and doing whatever you can to stay connected to your community. And that's a natural thing. We crave it. We desire it. It's very, very natural. And this year has really shown us the importance of it. But even in the midst of the importance of it, even in the midst of knowing that we want it, knowing that we desire it, craving it, we're still afraid of it. And that's the question that I want to ask myself, you, all of us. Why are we so afraid of it? And what exactly are we afraid of? Why are we so afraid to connect with people? I think, we've all been in situations, depending on your age, we've all been in situations where we felt like, maybe you felt like you were giving more than the other people in that situation. Or you were made to feel like you're being too needy if you want to stay connected to people. We've all been in situations like that where we're either being called the needy one or we're the one saying, "Ooh, child, he's too needy or she's too needy." And what does that mean? What does that mean to say that a person is too needy? Is that to say, I don't have time to connect with them, I don't want to connect with them, or I just don't like the frequency of connection with them? Why are we afraid of being needy? Yes, we need connection. That is literally a vital need. We need to be touched. We need to be held. We need to be hugged. We need to be connected. We need to feel like we have community. We need to feel like we have people around us who love us, or people who are just a phone call away, or people who are down the street, or whatever. We need to be connected. So why is it that being needy or being in need of connection is seen as such a negative thing? It's like I believe that there's so much fear surrounding being truly vulnerable with someone, because when you are truly, truly connected with someone, there's going to be a level of vulnerability. And when you are truly vulnerable with someone, that person holds all the cards in their hands. They have the power to destroy you emotionally when you are truly vulnerable. And we're so afraid of being hurt. We're so afraid of being brokenhearted. We're so afraid of being destroyed because maybe we've experienced it before, or we know other people who have experienced it before. We're so afraid of it that we start to build up all these walls. We throw up all these walls around ourselves. And the problem with throwing up the walls is that the walls don't just keep you safe and keep you insulated. The walls keep people out. So you can't throw up walls and still expect to be able to connect with people. You can't throw up walls and still hope, that people are going to want to scale all your walls. You might meet someone who's willing to scale all the walls. You probably will at some point in your life. But at some point, you have to release the fear that comes with vulnerability. It does come with fear. It's a special place to be in. It's a space where you hope you are safe. When you're choosing to be vulnerable with someone, you're hoping and praying that you're safe. You're hoping that this person is going to hold your vulnerability as gingerly as they would want someone to hold theirs. That's what you're hoping. When you are being open and honest and vulnerable with someone, you are giving that person the ability to kind of crush you if they wanted to, because they have information that they could use to control you or to hurt you or whatever. And so vulnerability is a scary thing. It really, really is. But without vulnerability, there's no connection. Without vulnerability, there's no true community. Without vulnerability, you just have a bunch of acquaintances or people that you see and you say hello to, but you don't really have real friendships. You don't have real relationships. You don't have real connection. And so that's one of the things that I think we're afraid of. I think so many of us are afraid of being hurt that we throw up all these walls, and the walls keep people out. And we think the walls are keeping us safe. We think that's what's happening, but they're not really keeping us safe, because they are keeping us in the same place. They're holding us back. They're keeping us stagnant. They're keeping us from growing emotionally, because we don't have the opportunity to connect with other people. We don't have the opportunity to talk to people and commune with people and have someone disagree with us or have someone agree with us. We don't have the opportunity to show love to someone, and we don't have the opportunity to have love shown to us because we're safe and protected behind our walls. But you can only keep that up for so long before you realize that the walls that you built to protect yourself are the walls that are keeping you from the community that you know you desperately need. The walls that you throw up to protect yourself and to keep yourself safe and to keep yourself from getting hurt are the same walls that are keeping you from connecting with anyone, from having true connection with anyone. And without that true connection, you're always going to be hurting in some way. You're going to be unsafe in some way. You're not going to be growing, because growth comes from interaction. Personal growth comes from interacting with people and going through situations and going through circumstances and figuring out how to get to the other side of conflict and being able to pat yourself on the back and say, I'm proud of the way I handled myself in that situation. That's where personal growth comes from. And emotional growth comes with interaction. You can't have emotional growth if you're never interacting with people, if you're never being vulnerable with people. That's where emotional growth comes from. It comes from vulnerability. It comes from interaction in a vulnerable way and in a vulnerable space. And so I really do think that's what we're afraid of. I think vulnerability is a scary thing. I do, but I also love the opportunity to be vulnerable, because it gives you the opportunity to grow. It shows you who you are. And on the other side of it, you always feel victorious. On the other side of vulnerability, you always feel victorious. So I want to encourage everybody. This year has been hard for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. But one thing we have definitely learned is the importance of connection, the importance of community, the importance of, staying connected. And I'm not saying connect to any old body. If you are in a space with people who are not reciprocating or responding, you got to find the people who connect with you. You got to connect with people who connect with you. And that takes time. You can't just connect with any old body, okay? You got to find the people who resonate with you, who have similar interests, similar values, similar beliefs, similar goals. Connect with those people. You know what I mean? Connect with people who are willing to do the work to connect with you. There is no point in continuing to reach out to people who aren't reaching back. But guess what? This is one thing that I've learned. As soon as you stop reaching out to people who aren't reaching back, you will realize that there are a whole lot of people reaching out to you who you couldn't even see because you were so focused on the people that you were reaching out to who weren't responding. So check your area. See who responds. See who resonates with you. See who reciprocates with you. You know what I'm saying? Connect with those people. Connection shouldn't be forced. You don't have to force yourself to connect with anyone. You don't have to force yourself to be in community with anyone. But find the people who resonate with you. Find the people who reciprocate. Find the people who respond when you call. Find the people who will initiate if you don't. Find the people who will seek you out. Find those people and connect. Be in community. And yes, be vulnerable. It's a scary thing, but it's a beautiful thing. When you get to the other side of it, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And that's what we were made for. We were made for community. We were made for connection. So if you know that that's what you want, and if you know that that's what you need, make the effort to make it happen. And check to see who responds and who reciprocates. Don't waste your energy with people who aren't connecting with you. Find the people who want to connect with you. Find the people who want you in their space. Find the people who reciprocate. Find the people who initiate. Find those people. Everybody else can be an acquaintance, but you need your community. You need your friends. You need your close confidants. We all need those people. So I don't want to go on and on and on because I can. But I just think that that's something that's so important, and you know, we've really learned the importance of it this year. So that's what I want to share with you guys this week. November 7th, The Fearless Life is back. This is my monthly workshop that I like to hold for a small group of people, just to give a taste of my coaching, but also to take people through the process of naming and facing and overcoming their fears. It's called The Fearless Life. You can register if you're on my Instagram page. Just go to the link in my bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will put the link in the description below. If you're on Facebook, I'll put the link in the description below. But yeah, definitely sign up. It's happening November 7th at 12 o'clock PST. 12 o'clock PST. That's 3 o'clock EST. If you're in another time zone, you can figure it out. But yeah, it's a quick workshop. It's not super long, and I keep the group small so that everybody has an opportunity to interact and to share. So if you know that you have some fears and you know that you want to learn how to get to the other side of them, this workshop is definitely for you. It's called The Fearless Life. So definitely sign up for it. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all. But you know what else I have? I have a new quote that I'm going to be ending the show with. Fear is still stupid, and I still want you to live, love, go, do, be. But there's another quote that I've been saying for a while, and I want to start ending the show with this. And that is, the quote is, "The euphoria of fearlessness trumps the comfort of staying safe." And that's what I want to leave you all with today. Remember, the euphoria of fearlessness trumps the comfort of staying safe. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.